Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is my review for the reunion part 2. Okay, the part 2 of the Married to Medicine Season 7 reunion. I did part 1 already, so go back and watch that if you're looking for that. That's where I discussed the fashions, the makeup, and all that. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. Okay, but let's just get started with part 2. You already know. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Follow me on IG at J_Lees_Corner and all of that stuff. It is 4:30 in the morning. And even though I'm off work, I still want to go to bed, okay? I still want to go I gotta go wash clothes tomorrow. I have laundry I still have to do. But let's get into the foolishness that happened on part 2. So we get on Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie mainly. Now, we kind of knew that Jackie and Simone maybe was not on the same path, okay? Because in the beginning of the reunion, backstage, Simone and Jackie was not sharing dressing rooms as they usually do. And Simone said, you know what I'm saying, is some shit afoot, and I ain't got time for it. Now, the issue is, this is the main issue. Look, this is the thing. Simone and Heavenly have issues with each other, mainly because of things that Simone and Heavenly have said about what Heavenly said about Cecil, okay, and how Simone felt about that or whatever. So Simone's issue is Heavenly has said a lot of negative, mean things about Cecil. That he broke, he jobless, and he's a drunk. These are things that she has posted on Twitter, and they showed us the screenshots of it all, okay? And so for her thing is, I can't be cool with somebody who consistently is speaking negatively about my husband, okay? And Jackie has this I want to fix it complex. So my issue with Jackie is she keep trying to make me befriend this bitch, and I won't do that. That's basically what it was. So Simone is upset that Jackie trying to kind of force her to rekindle the friendship or relationship with Heavenly, but Heavenly still be saying these crazy things about Cecil. I'm saying, and I'm like, I get it, I completely get it, or whatever. Jackie bring up, well, when Curtis and Toya's situation, when Toya sat on Curtis' lap, she was like, no, 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 I didn't sit on his lap. Curtis pulled me down on his lap. So let's get it straight, okay? So again, when Curtis pulled Toya down on his lap, Jackie brought up I had an issue with that. I did not like that. However, I did not get mad at Simone for still being cool with Toya when I was a little bit upset with Toya. So I don't see why, Simone is upset with me because she's upset with Heavenly. And I'm like, Jackie has the tendency to play dumb diddy. Like she don't get things that she should be able to get. But I'm like, you have too many degrees to be this dumb, Jackie, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So Simone, like, you know what I'm saying, as close as you are to me, as we have been friends for years, okay? For as close as you know me, do you think I would really, you know what I'm saying, be cool with her after what she said about me and my husband, okay? Do you think I can be cool with her again, Jackie? Do you think that? And Jackie, like, you know what? I know you can hold a grudge. I know that, I'm saying, but I can't say that you would never want to be cool with Heavenly again. My thing is, this group of ladies have a tendency to want to put a quick band-aid on some stuff and make everybody, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, poor little babies. And then sometimes you have to let people live in their upsetness. Let them have time to get over it. Don't let them fester in the anger, but let them genuinely and organically get over it. Okay, you can't just say, you just get over it. Okay, be friends. No, I don't want to, bitch. Leave me be. Okay. And so, we see that whole thing now. At that point in time, Heavenly and Simone start fussing back and forth. Okay, whatever. Heavenly has this thing to where whenever anyone is talking to or about Jackie in some sort of way, she has to be the guard dog, okay? Guard dog. But Heavenly started a little fussing back and forth or whatever. I didn't really care. Now, while they fussing back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and Heavenly, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I said I'm sorry, whatever, but she's saying sorry, but in the same breath, still saying like, well, it ain't my fault, she mad at her, she should be mad at Cecil. That's what she mad at. She mad at him because he did something he wasn't supposed to do. I'm like, oh shit, not kids for us. When he put that little 20 grand into the damn app that never nothing happened with it or whatever. That's what she mean. He did something he wasn't supposed to do. Because he took that money and she ain't know. And it's like, well, you are the ugliest, biggest liar here, Hadley. It's you. And me and my husband, we great. I don't have a reason to be upset with my husband. We are great right now, okay? Leave it alone. I'm like, Lord Jesus. They just got... Heavenly has a tendency to always say negative things about the person or their spouse. That's just what she does. She's a low puncher. And I know, but she's from Florida and that's how we talk. But you still is an adult. Heavenly isn't a child. She's not even a young person in her 20s. Heavenly is in her 40s. Okay, she's older than me. So she should know when to sometimes calm the fuck down and not speak negatively about anyone else's spouse. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And I'm tired of going back and forth. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow bring up, look, me and Jackie does not, because they tell Heavenly, shut up. Don't say nothing else. Because Heavenly's is a guard dog. It is what it is. Okay, Heavenly be quiet. Let them talk. Let Jackie, because the thing was, I think Toya told Heavenly to stay out of it because Simone was talking to Jackie. And so for Jackie, before Jackie could respond, Heavenly kind of started fussing with Simone. And so the issue was Toya saying, girl, stop. Well, shut up, Toya. I said, girl, we don't care. And that then turned into Heavenly and Simone fussing. But now they got her quiet. Simone brings up how, well, me and Jackie is not close anymore. We're just not as close as we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Usually, within the year we've gotten together plenty of times, to do this, to do that, or what, to study for this and do that or whatever. And we have not done that at all. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie said, well, that's true. We have not done that. She's like, we saw each other at the hospital or whatever, and it was awkward because we couldn't openly talk or whatever, and I didn't want to mention how, we needed to get together to just talk. So they both know that they not where they used to be. And it's mainly because, she brings up she just hurt that Jackie doesn't get how hurt she was by what Heavenly said. This is what it is. You have been my friend for years, Jackie. You've been my friend for years. You should know me. And not only that, you should choose me when it's any kind of beef. At least because you haven't known Heavenly for that long. And as my friend, when you've seen somebody else has done me wrong and said things wrong, you should be supportive of me and not try to force me to befriend them. Even if you stick with them, that's fine. But Jackie trying to force Simone to make up with Heavenly is what's pissing Simone off, because you're kind of choosing to fix it, and and that ain't what I want. Let me be mad, bitch. And I think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, what's the fix, Simone? How can we fix this? And she say, you can't. I didn't come here with a fixing mind. Okay, I didn't come here for that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she brings about how her friendship, she said Jackie's friendship with Heavenly doesn't bother her. It just makes me angry that she wants me to be cool with her. That's what aggravates my spirit. And for that reason, and I understand that. I do. There's not anybody who could speak negatively about Karla to where we're all friends. And I'm going to say, Karla, you should forgive them. Girl, just no. Because I've known her for too long. I've known Karla for damn near 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm 37. Maybe not 30. I think it's been 28 years. We've been friends 28 years. Oh no, 27. 27 years. I would never try to make her be cool with somebody who I know for a fact she's hurt by. If anything, I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. But that's just me, because I'm kind of crazy. Anyway, so they talk a little bit more. Okay, Jackie gets up and kind of goes over to hug Simone, because Simone is saying, how you saying, it's just a lot going on or whatever. She hugs Simone. I love you. You're my friend. I'm saying, I want the best for you, and I know you may not get over right now. I know that, but I'm here for you. They hug and cry, and she said, I love you too. And they back cool. Not cool, but at least to where they can get together and talk about, how to move forward with their friendship. But Jackie has to know, do not try to make them two be friends. Don't try to make Simone and Heavenly be cool right now, because Heavenly ain't shit. Anyway, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So from there, they all they needed was to talk about it, and they hadn't done that, and now it's kind of out and open or whatever. Jackie brings about I would leave this show. I've always said I would leave this show before I would allow it to ruin my friendship with Simone or with any of these ladies. I would, if I had to choose, if I had to choose between being friends with Simone and or Heavenly, I would just leave the show. We'll leave. Bye. I get it though. You don't want the show to tear up a friendship. Well, Heavenly's the issue. Heavenly's antics and her. Heavenly is the issue. If you check Heavenly as much as you want to force Simone to be the bigger person, Heavenly wouldn't be so much of a bitch. Okay? Anyway, they then go on Mariah Quad and even, Jackie or whatever. So it's the whole Coke Gates, the whole Mariah done drugs, the whole, Jackie repeating that Mariah did drugs, the whole Mariah, bringing up how Quad supposedly slept with her sister's husband. All of that is what was discussed. Now, Quad is still saying that she feel like that Mariah wore a wig to get her drug test done. I'm looking like, girl, shit, it was a pre-planned drug test. I think you do have to make an appointment to go to a clinic and get a test done. You don't just walk. I don't think they give drug tests off the street. I don't know because I don't take drugs, okay? But she's like, it was a planned drug test, and now she had a wig on, and I'm like, girl, let's cut it out or whatever. Okay, it's just dumb. I do think Mariah did a whole drug test, and I do think she was her own hair. So Quiet then say, well, about 8, 9 years ago, I'm saying I did walk in and I seen Mariah doing cocaine. She had coke on her nose, and I was so distraught that I went in the bathroom and I just cried that my friend was doing drugs. Look, Quad has dated drug dealers. Okay. Back in the day in her hood days. No one who's ever dated a drug dealer would sit and cry because they friend doing cocaine. First of all, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Okay. It just a lot of people does it. I don't. I'm not me. That ain't my thing. But I wouldn't be like, oh, I cannot. But I can't believe it ain't that because I've Quad lying. Quad is wholeheartedly lying. And again, this is 8, 9 years ago. And each person, all of the women, like, I've never seen Mariah do drugs. I've never heard of Mariah doing drugs. But I also can't attest to what happened, 8, 9 years ago before I knew, Mariah like that. I don't know what went on with her Quad. I can't attest to that, okay? But no one on the stage believes that Quad no, that Mariah is currently or used to do drugs because they've never seen it. They have never seen it or whatever. Well, of course, she's not going to let them see her like that. I say, but you say she was in a bathroom with other people, but I digress. Anyway, Mariah brings up how Quad did a story years ago, and it was on the Jasmine brand. Did a story where she said that she caught me that she saw me doing drugs and it was stuck on my nose and how she was scared and the producers were scared for me and my kids and all this stuff. And she's like, and at that point in time, nobody spoke up on my behalf. So her thing is, she Quad said that before and no one spoke up, even though no one believes it to be true. And that's her issue. People don't believe Quad, but no one will speak up and say, I don't believe that. But at least here they all said they don't think that she did it because they don't know her to do it. But again, Quad, I saw what I saw. Well, get proof. Anyway, they then asked about the whole thing with why did she get upset for Jackie saying or repeating it on that podcast, YouTube show, whatever? And she said, because I held Jackie to a higher standard. I held her in a higher regard or whatever, and Jackie never said alleged. Okay. But no, she said it, she said, what I'm saying, whether it's true or not or whatever, and that part was cut out, said Hadley. Either way it go, when she first said it, she didn't say allegedly, and that's why when we reviewing things and doing stories about things, you have to say the word alleged because you cannot be implicating people to do things or that they've done things that may not be true. It's an allegation. Okay? Anyway, My mouth is so dry. So Jackie bring it. Like, I've never seen Mariah do drugs, okay, and so I can say that at the end of the day, they then get to Quad, like, she has a way of making people feel like I'm some kind of way, and she's, saying this, and she's this, and the whole time Quad is going to go on. Mariah, like, okay, Quad, you're right, Quad. Okay, Quad. God does love you, Quad. He loves us all, Quad. Yes, amen. I want you to, girl, paying Quad dust. Quad has the tendency to want to feel like she's more of a victim of what Mariah said than Mariah is of what Quad said. And in real life, they both have said things about each other. Y'all both are equally victim and aggressor. Point blank, period. Okay, I don't really care. So Quad then gets, and she then accused me of having an affair with her sister's husband. I can't believe that. That's just crazy. And I gave my perspective when someone asked me a question. Again, they are going back and forth over the same things that we don't care about, okay? Because we can take a whole lot of take a test. I'm like I'm not Mariah, Quad. When Quad said let's take a lie take test, we don't need that. We don't care. We don't care. We do not care. Oh my God, can I just can't. We don't care. I do so much. Oh, we don't care. Whatever. I don't care. But what I like that Mariah said was, if you have an issue on what you was accused of, you need to speak with Lake, not me. I'm saying, because I'm not gonna argue with you when we have not even been friends in 6 years, and that's true, bitch. I don't care. God loves you. Peace be with you. Okay, and I'm like, it is. But Mariah did say that if she wants to take a lie detector test, we can. Okay. They then asked a question about Heavenly Son Quad don't lie, but they remember a couple seasons ago when Quad had that man come to her little event or whatever, and he was lying on Lisa Nicole's husband, saying sleep with her. I did not do that. I did not plan that. That was an open event, and I can't control what anybody else say. That man said that you told him to come do that, and you set it up, and it was a whole lie. So, girl, we're gonna leave that be. Okay, whatever. They then asked Mariah why she keep bringing Lake around, and she was honest. I do feel like I'm alone. Whatever, I felt alone. I feel like I'm always being attacked. They don't like me. Whatever. So I do bring her for support. This is true. I'm like, okay. I don't think you should. I think that's some bullshit. I think nobody should be able to bring a relative on the show. It's supposed to be, but I mean, bringing her here and there, I get, but you should not bring her every time unless everybody else is also bringing someone with them. But you should not be the only person with a +1 and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. So they get back to Lake and Quad. Now Toya brings up how, well, for one, Lake told me the reason they were at the wedding, at Quad's wedding, was because they were trying to forgive Quad. Trying to move past it with Quad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she was at the wedding. And I'm like, I mean, it's happened before. On Black Ink Crew Chicago, Charmaine and Don was cheating on Ashley with Charmaine in the beginning of the season. Charmaine was at their wedding. So it's not unheard of that, you know, people accept the faults of people when it's years later. You know what I'm saying? Charmaine was at Ashley and Don's wedding, and Ashley was well aware of the fact that he was cheating on her with Charmaine. Okay, I told you before, I have a friend who I slept with. I didn't cheat with him or whatever, but I went to his wedding, and I don't think his wife knows that we had a relationship before her. But I mean, people, you know what I'm saying? We move, like, whatever. I don't know, but that's different because, again, he didn't cheat. Anyway, but girl. It doesn't matter, because when Andy asked the cast, which one of y'all believe that Mariah did drugs, and which one of y'all believe that Quiet slept with Lake's husband? No one believed either last. So they did the fucking double negatives, okay? Double negatives. So they get the little thing about how the ladies were shady this season, saying shade here, shade there, shade everywhere. Things that was being said. It was cute and funny. I didn't care. I didn't care too much. I think they all threw shade at each other. When they showed Mariah cracking a joke on Damon's penis, maybe being small or whatever. It was shade. It's not a big issue, but mainly because, Heavenly has spoken about my husband's penis or whatever. So, but it was a girl. I don't care. It's whatever. I don't know. They show when Heavenly also said that Quad bought her ass. Quad keeps my ass is real, but everybody on the stage has had some kind of work done for one reason or another, and you had your ass done for one reason or another. Quad had her ass done. She probably just had fat sucked out and put in her butt. So she probably had that. I don't think she had like implants, but she got things added to her ass. You can't say she didn't. Okay, but it was what it was. And they talk about how they, shade each other behind the back, but they like not Toya. Toya really said things to your face. And she said that's a Detroit thing, and it is. It absolutely is. Okay, don't do it. Okay. We then see the men come out. I'm saying, and the ladies went away. They're backstage watching from, the room or whatever. So Caesar brings up how he does hang out with Greg, okay, and whatever. And how he does have a new girlfriend or whatever. And the new girlfriend maybe doesn't like the fact that Greg talks so much about Quad. And you can really tell that he really just wish he and Quad could have made it work. I do think toward the end, once they started communicating better, he didn't want the divorce. Quad did. Quad was over it. Okay, she was done with it, and he wasn't. So I think he's probably still processing that, but you can't do that with a girlfriend, okay? Because you can't sit around me and keep harping on your ex-wife. Ain't gonna happen. I'm done, brother. Okay, but anyway, Quad, when she hears them say that, how much he, seems to care so much, excuse me, that they did not make it or whatever. She got, I'm like, are you a remote girl? I don't believe Quad when she gets emotional about Greg. I don't. Look, Quad married that man for convenience, and she divorced him when she was done with him. You can't convince me of anything different. I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? So she fake cried because she was also, affected and emotionally, affected because she heard that Greg, still cares. Okay, we'll go date him. Anyway, they all Andy then asked the guys, "Do y'all have other girls come at y'all in y'all DMs?" Andy, you messy. Now, I think for the most part, most of the guys said, "Well, yeah, we do get these things, but we just ignore them. We don't, we don't even acknowledge that." Curtis, he like, I'm not on social media because you already cheated. You already cheated. It was a part earlier when they brought up the whole Lisa Nicole thing and Quad's, you know, making up a whole lie. Apparently, that guy coming on saying that he was messing with Lisa Nicole's husband. And Quad then, no, Andy then read a tweet from Lisa Nicole. So now you was so, on my marriage or whatever, and now you up on stage divorced with no husband. And then Quad said, well, because I had the balls to divorce my husband and she wasn't brave enough to leave hers. And I said, Quad, that's bullshit. Because for one, Cecil cheated on Jackie and they still married. So you saying that Jackie wasn't strong enough to leave her husband? No. You were in a bad marriage that no. You were in a marriage of convenience. You were over. People who love one another and can move past issues are braver than someone who was with the man for his money and for the clout of it all, and to get your stepdaughter up to where you are now, and you divorced him when he was on some bullshit. I did not like how she made it seem as if women who stay with their husbands who make mistakes aren't brave enough to leave. I didn't like that because Jackie stayed with Curtis. Simone stayed with Cecil. He didn't cheat, but it was still some foolishness going on. You can't make it seem as if women who do not leave their husbands are not brave. You know how much balls it takes to stay with a man when you know he's done wrong and you want to work it out for your family? It's what you do. It's what you do when you love someone. But Quad did not fully love Greg, and she's on some bullshit. That made me mad. I thought about that because it popped in my head. Anyway, so yeah. Cecil also said how, we had girls come at us before the show. Cecil, shut up. before we think you're cheating. Just shut up. I don't think that many women was coming at you or Eugene or Curtis. You can't tell me that you had women coming at y'all before the show. Whatever. Not that many. Oh, hell fuck. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They show stuff in the seats with the guys, whatever. Mainly, you know what I'm saying, Mexico stripper gang or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Damon brings up how for him, it was weird that all the strippers was like coming towards him. He just didn't understand what was going on or whatever. I thought the guy maybe was a joke or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said mainly because, one, because it was on camera. Let's say that. He said, but two, like, I'm low key. Like, I don't like a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? So that is what made me not be comfortable because it was just too much attention on me. Not backstage, having like, nuh-uh, the guys told them girls to be on Damon. I mean, that's possible too, but girl, I don't care that much. So they then go on, Toya's naked party. And then, now Eugene said he knew the guy would be naked. He said, but I did not know to the extent of what it actually was. Like, I thought they were like up on the stage somewhere, naked, just standing around. Like, I did not know they would be like getting oiled up, walking around, just slanging it. I didn't know all of that. Now the guys bring up how, they wish he would have said something just so that they knew. And I'm like, well, that's how this thing go, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now Damon brings up when he saw the footage, he was upset. He was upset or whatever. And again, because of the thing that I think because the guys are the one who told him from once he was mad about that. And I think once he saw it, he was like, oh, she was really with dick in her face, okay? But I guess it was, it was what it was. Now, Caesar, like, I feel like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, okay? And good, clean fun, I don't see any kind of issue with that. I do think it was good, clean, naughty fun at the paint sip or whatever. I also feel like the strip club was clean. I don't have an issue with the dude going to a strip club. Just come home and give me the D. Period. Okay? Now, and that was that. So, they then talk about Contessa calling Eugene. Was it Eugene and Cecil? I think it was Eugene and somebody, a big bitch, okay? Now, Scott then said, like, I felt like my wife, it took her too far, and sometimes she needs to relax and not say things, about the husbands or whatever. Now, Cecil then said, I guess I can be a male bitch, and he laughed. And it was a whole joke. Now, backstage, Heavenly Simone then is now arguing because when he said that, Heavenly then said, your own being a bitch, Cecil, your own being a bitch. I said, oh, God. And at that point, Simone was upset. Like, you gonna stop speaking on my husband. You're gonna stop saying things negatively about my husband. And they going back and forth. I'm gonna end these girl code rules, bitch, okay? Said Simone, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up dragging Damon. I'm gonna do it or whatever. And then whatever Simone, they going back. I'm like, what is going on here? And they going back and forth or whatever. And then, well, you can't even say when you see my husband, he drunk every time. That's not true. But he has been drunk with Damon. Meaning Damon be getting drunk too. Girl, they up here fussing back and forth. Well, fuck you, bitch. Well, fuck you. I'm like, really? Really? Girl, and it goes off. Look. Simone and Heavenly just don't get along. Leave it be. And Heavenly, just don't speak on that lady's husband. Just don't do it because it's a trigger. And I do whatever. I said these heifers here is crazy. Even though Cecil said it in a joking way on stage, Heavenly then kind of co-signed it, pissed Simone off. And Simone was just ready for all the smoke. And I'm like, girl, they had to be separated. And I can't wait to see what happens next week because it's like they have to be pulled apart, okay? Like, no! Or whatever. So, that was the whole part 2. Part 3 comes on next Sunday. So, I will see y'all then. I'm going to be at 5 o'clock in the morning. Peace.